Hi, this is Nick Jeffries of New Projects, and you're watching New Weekly, episode 5. What the beauty about it is, you just got so much. You don't have to have base suspension. You don't have to worry about muck and grab lorries collecting it, because it's all off the road anyway.
Yeah.
Boys we've got on site, they're a little bit messy, and we've told them so many times to clean the site up.
So it went well actually. I didn't have any rude people really, so that was good. That's good news. But so I'm looking forward to today. I feel a bit more confident today now I've already done a day.
I'm pleased at last we actually can see some difference. The structure's going up, we've got insulation going in the walls. So had a meeting this morning with a potential new development director who's going to be joining New fairly soon.
Let's go.
So this week it is going to be a busy one. Today I'm meeting Frederica to discuss Holland Park, the monster project we have got to win. Also, we have Izzy starting today, and she is going to be hammering the phones, getting us new leads from architects. We've got a little box to unwrap. So what I'm going to do now, I'm giving up all my unhealthy habits like sugar in my tea, because if I have 5 cups of tea a day, I'm having 1 sugar a day, and guess what? I am 51 years old and I'm getting a little bit of a belly, and so is Zoltan. So I need to cut this back, so I'm trying my best. So in the mornings when I get up, I'm going to do 40 press-ups, I'm going to do some crunches, and I'll tell you a little funny story. As I'm brushing my teeth on my 2-minute timer, I'm doing about 40 squats as I'm brushing my teeth. But listen, I've ordered for work some, I guess they're like,
A box in the box, isn't it?
a box in a box. Some Huel, and it's just like a really healthy food supplement, and it's just all in one drink. Even though it's pretty, I guess it's quite an expensive way to drink protein shake, isn't it? But it's I think it's like made from oats, rice. It's got all these tasty flavours, so that's berry. So I'm going to have 1 of these a day during work. I'm going to do some exercise every morning and a little bit at night. Not too heavy. You know, I'm not looking to get beef up. I'm just looking to maintain a weight. But, you know, as we are getting older, I just need to look after myself. So this is what I'll be drinking today. So this is for our Holland Park project.
It is indeed, yeah.
So what you've done here, you've put the calculations into SketchUp.
Yeah, so I've been going through, and just to give the client a bit of perspective on space and light planning, because of course before we really get into the detail of colour palettes and carpentry, I just want to start plotting the space. So we've got fantastic ceiling height, we've got amazing scope as far as, you know, the windows and staircases and everything.
So this is the main room, isn't it? Because that is like the turret in the corner with the stairs going into the mezzanine up here.
Yeah, so these stairs are still a bit of a work in progress. We need to scale them up and tidy this next section. But this area over here can be a fantastic, you know, we could have a nice bar, a breakfast bar, all integrated, completely hidden away.
Yeah.
And then really just maximising the space for the client. Because although we've got 16,000 square feet, we still need to be quite clever with these little zones, because otherwise it could quite quickly feel like we're trying to do a little bit too much. So we're in space planning mode at the minute.
Because at the moment there's joinery, there's like panelling everywhere, dark wooden panelling everywhere, and here they've got like a little table, so they can sit and, you know, it's all been cleared out. You know, the whole place is cleared out at the moment.
Yeah, and of course it's listed, isn't it? It's grade 2 listed, so we have to be a bit clever with keeping all the original features, but updating it.
Because at the moment the beams in the vaulted ceiling, they just want the beams just restored, really.
Okay.
It's not, you know. To be fair, in the main building, it is just restoring what they already have.
Sure.
Because they want to keep as much as possible.
Okay.
And obviously on the ground floor, that is going to be where all the remodelling is.
Yeah. So the great room. So this area is all beamed.
Yeah.
Okay. And then of course we've got there'll be a fantastic scope here with this raised mezzanine. Coming up into that staircase.
See, the clients are super keen to go with new.
Yeah.
And they have spoken to lots of people. You know, it's not only us. And the reason why they're still talking to us is because we're showing them so much value.
Yeah.
You know, I've met them about 5 or 6 times. I've introduced them to everyone I know to show willing, you know, architects, interior designers, project management teams. So they're sticking with us for the construction. They want to obviously see you on Tuesday. They have been speaking to a couple of high-end interior design brands. Yeah. Just so expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're not showing them the respect and love they want. They've taken to a certain point, and obviously everyone wants to get rewarded. They want to get paid before they go any further. But these sort of clients, because this is a landmark building.
Yeah.
So for me, this is a game changer for new, and obviously for you, what a project to have in your portfolio.
Yeah, yeah, amazing.
So I feel it's worth us showing them so much value, because we want to win the job.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's a magnificent building. I mean, an amazing project for sure.
So you wait to go to the main vaulted ceiling living. It's just different class. You've never seen anything like it.
I bet. And this inner hall looks fantastic. I mean, on plan, obviously I've not been there yet, but it'll be amazing.
So they've got approval for the basement under here.
Okay.
So that's the light well. He wants some kind of smoking room. He loves his Cuban cigars.
Okay.
So the ground on the ground floor in the garden, he wants like a man cave.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So glazed, you know, something very cool. So you can mention that on tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go in for planning for the basement under the front garden.
Okay.
As soon as we start works.
Sure. Great.
Because I think the basement under the rear garden was approved in 2017.
Okay.
So that needs to kickstart quite quickly,
yeah,
otherwise they lose
to get it through. Yeah.
That's right.
And then phase 2 will be getting planning for this.
And phase 2, the planning under the garden.
Okay.
So what the beauty about it is, you just got so much. You don't have to have base suspension. You don't have to worry about muck and grab lorries collecting it, because it's all off the road anyway.
Yeah. It's so rare to have a property like this that's off the street. Yeah, it's amazing.
So rare. So I think they're going to be impressed when they see what you've done already. You know, the SketchUp drawings, and if we can show them, you know, some beautiful textures. I'm saying that they probably want it more traditional, to be fair, but maybe on some feature joinery.
Sure.
Especially in his cigar man cave.
Yeah, yeah.
How beautiful this is.
Yeah. And I think comparing, you know, the contrast between all of the glass in the studio with the traditional, you know, the beams and everything, it'll be such a nice contrast. Because
they want wooden floors everywhere.
Okay.
But on the stairs, they're going to have a runner, aren't they?
Then
they're going to have to run it. So I've got this sort of sample box here
Nice.
with different styles of runners.
Like a brushed antique brass or something.
So we'll take whatever we've got to show him.
And then I think just some visuals of each zone. Obviously there is so much to cover here, so I think let's get some visuals down for each area, and then you know, they can see if they like the styling. It sounds like they want something quite traditional, but maybe a bit of a muted palette was the impression that I got from that initial.
She loves that Sophie Patterson
style,
and I know that's your kind of style as well. So listen, they're not asking for anything unusual. Even though the house is 20-25 million pound plus when it's finished, there's still a budget,
of course,
and he's not the sort of guy to have an unlimited checkbook,
of course.
So you know, he wants to lock us into a deal in November.
Okay,
so this is close.
A lot to turn around.
For us to get on site, we need we can get on site stripping out, and then because it has got planning for a basement, we have the structural drawings in place. If we start the basement away from the party wall, we can start the piling. It's only when you get too close to the neighbour's boundary, 3 metres, but because it's such a massive house.
There's so much space, isn't there?
So
I mean, at what point are we going to be?
I think we can be on site, you know, before Christmas.
Great. Okay.
And then that gives you time to sit down with the client for 2-3 months. To finish off the scope of works.
Yeah, because it's going to be, especially with lighting, design and planning, we need to be knowing that way before, you know, first fix.
Yeah. So I think, listen, I think we're so close to winning this one, and then we're going to have to, we put a plan in place on what the interior design fees are going to, how much are we going to charge them? Because I know roughly what everyone else is going to be coming in at, and that's an extreme amount of money. So we just want to offer a lot of value.
Absolutely.
And off the back of this one, he's got one of his buddies called Omar. He's already given us a job in Montague Square, which is on the board.
Fab,
Somewhere. What have I taken it off? Montague Square, up there.
Oh yeah.
So in Mayfair, duplex apartment, ground and lower. They want it completely remodelled with a lower ground floor basement as well. So that one, and also he's so well connected.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
He rubs shoulders with sort of Boris Johnson and all the Conservative Party. So he must donate to the funds.
Yeah. So it's a great opportunity then for the pipeline.
Yeah, definitely.
Fab. Well, that sounds great.
So
we'll pull these bits
So
together.
you're going to go to Chelsea Harbour.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to
get some samples.
Soon. Yes. Grab some nice, and especially, you know, these wall coverings, and just to start to bring the floor plan to life a bit.
Yeah.
It's the next step.
Let's go.
So it's Tuesday morning, and I thought we'd just jump in the car and we're going to go and see 3 of our projects: Crabtree Lane in Hammersmith and Ravine Way in Battersea. So Crabtree is the one where we're doing the kitchen extension, loft conversion, full refurb. We're just at structure stage at the moment. There's been a few sort of dramas with building control, but I think they've been resolved because they didn't have the amended drawings which we've been working from. And also the boys we've got on the site, they're a little bit messy, and we've told them so many times to clean the site up, because one thing I can't stand is a dirty construction site. And for some reason they've left the carpet on the hall, stairs and landing, and that is just collecting a load of dust and dirt. Yeah, looks like they're in, so let's go and have a look. So as you can still see, for some reason they've kept the carpet down. It just drives me mad. So one thing we had to do, we had to change the drainage layout. And for that, we had to get some more drawings done. And those drawings didn't go to building control. And that is what they picked up on. But I think now it's been sorted and the boys can carry on. But again, the site is pretty messy and we need to get it sorted out. It's not good. Chat when you come down here. You can see the rear mansard is now being formed. So as you see, we got a lot to do. The client wants to take back the property before Christmas, and now it is November. We've got 2 months. I don't think it's going to be November. I don't think it's going to be December. I think it's going to be January at least before this client gets back in the house. Let's go and have a look upstairs. At least the stairs are in the loft. So what I want the boys to, you know, the carpet around the house, you know, the carpet downstairs on the hall, take it out, strip it out. Yes. It's too dirty. It's supposed to have gone ages ago. You know, so on the next skip, take the carpet and chuck it all out everywhere. Right. Thanks. Right, so we're in the mansard. The boys are working hard to get this up and finished and watertight. So as you see, it's not a great showcase for new, and things have got to change. As we just got in the car, I spoke to the site foreman and I went back in the property and I gave him a right dressing down. I said, this is not good enough. I said, this is Premier Division. We're number 1. We're not First Division, number 10. But these people, God, it's hard. It's hard. It's very, very hard to get the right trades to be on it 5 days a week when they're working for Team New, because sometimes they're used to slacking. And obviously every job for us is really important. And that client in Crabtree, she wants to make sure her house looks amazing even throughout the process. So I said to the guy, you know, make sure when I come here on Monday, everything is clean and tidy. I don't want the carpet down. I don't want any bits of timber anywhere. I don't want any rubble anywhere. Everything's got to be bagged up, and the weight and load's got to take away it all.
Let's go.
Well, we've started to get some boards on walls. If we start down the bottom end, probably makes it easier. So from this one, probably makes it easier.
Yeah.
So this stuff's the X-ray board.
Oh, right.
So it's called safe board.
Why is it X-ray board? What's in it?
Right. So traditionally, what you would do is you would lead line the walls.
Right.
So you would use like a 3 mil thick lead.
Yeah.
And line the walls. This stuff gets rid of the lead, so it's got some. I think it's got bromine in it. Don't quote me on that. I have to double check what the actual chemical is, but it makes it X-ray safe. So the X-rays as such stay in the room and don't bounce around and cause problems for everybody else around.
So there's going to be a chair in here. They have the X-ray, but the
X-ray is going to be there's going to be an X-ray arm fixed off this wall, and it's going to be on a arm, so it swivels in.
But they go out the room anyway to take it, don't they?
No, it's a handheld one, so they'll wear a gown or put a lead gown over the patient. Yeah. So they're only X-raying their mouth or their teeth. Yeah. That's the general assumption of it. Maybe they go out of the room, I'm not quite sure on that. Different dentists work in different ways. Yeah. So we've got the lead line board on. If we go into the next room along, what's going to happen next? After we get it lead lined, what happens is we're then plying over it. Yeah. Okay. The ply is basically so we can
just hold on a sec, can you? 1 minute.
So 1 second.
Just 1 minute.
Yeah. The ply is basically on the walls, so we can fix stuff to it. Right. So if we decide, or the dentist decide in a year's time that they want a different bit of equipment, or they want to hang a shelf, or if they want to hang anything else off the wall, there's a good fixing point. So
what's the finished material going to be on here?
Again, there's plasterboard going on top of this. On top of
and
this,
then just plastered and tiled, or not?
No, not in these. These have just been painted. Right. So there'll be, and it's not actually normal plasterboard going on now. It's 15 mil thick soundboard that's fireproof. Yeah. Bloody expensive and very heavy. Yeah. So that's going on this side of the stud walls, and then on the other side of the stud walls you've got soundboard again, and in between the studs you've got insulation, and obviously all our services are wiring and stuff. And so if you notice, all the walls are still open on one side. Yeah. So we can run all our services still through the back of it.
Good. And when's the flooring going down?
We've still got more services going in through the floor. Yeah. So at our last site meeting last week, there was a couple of queries about waste pipes and falls for waste pipes out of here. Yeah. Because we've got an 8 metre long run. Yeah. And we've only got 200 mil underneath. And in that 200 mil, we've got other pipes laying.
So all the pipes are all going to go out there and down and into the main.
Yeah, so if you look on the floor, there's yellow dots. Yeah. That's our general runway where our access flooring will sit, where the stilts will sit. Yeah. Our pedestals so I can run pipes in through the centre of those and running off at 90 degrees into all the rooms. So if you notice there's blocks missing. Yeah. So pipe work services.
Exactly, yeah.
We've got air lines going into each of these rooms. So there's 2 air lines, a waste pipe, hot and cold water. Yeah. That's just for the chair and the sink. Yeah. Then we've got the air conditioning units, which aren't normal air conditioning units. So they have a flow and return hot and chilled water going to them.
You've become an expert, haven't you?
Well, you have to know your job, right?
An expert in fitting out dentists.
Yeah, pretty much. And not just dentists,
this is not a general builder's contract. We've landed this job, but we've had to turn ourselves into a specialist contractor to do dentists.
And the finish is going to be high spec because there is marble floors. Yeah. So all along here, there's going to be marble floors. Yeah. There's a suspended ceiling with copper lighting going in it. Yeah. So that's going to look the business in here. Yeah. We're going to have a fire door. So this is a disabled toilet, so that's got a bit of a wider doorway than the others. There's going to be an office in there, like a sales office, glass on the corner around there. This is going to be the manager's office. Then we've got the second reception here. Yeah. Well, they call it the second reception, but it's not much of a reception anymore. Flight of stairs.
Exactly.
There's a disability lift. It's a bit of an eyesore.
That's right.
I suggest you talk to the client.
Yeah. And we're going to get a price to take all this down.
Yeah, we've got to get a price to take I think we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago about that. Yeah. We're waiting for them to accept our price on it. Yeah. It's either that or the landlord's going to have to pay to have it done, or they will send somebody in to get it done.
Which just be, if they're waiting for the landlord to pay, it's going to be a very slow process.
It's going to be a very slow, long-winded process. Yeah. This is the scanner room, so this is going to be a 3D scanner. Yeah. So again, it's lined in radiation board. Yeah. has inch thick ply on one of the walls because the scanner's quite heavy, and it has to support the weight of the scanner as well as the weight of a patient, because you're almost leaning back on it. So that one has to be really well fixed. Scanner control cupboard is now built, so the control for the scanner will all be in here. I don't know if you've noticed, but these are like little niches. These are client's choice.
Right. What, for storage?
No, aesthetics.
Right. Okay.
So Helen,
is it going to have lighting in as well?
I think it is going to have LED lighting, but it's got in a couple of designs it's changed.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's too narrow because it's only going to be 3 inches thick.
Yeah.
And the
I
idea
would have
was
just had it just flat and just have a bit of art on there or something.
Yeah, they've got them outside each of the surgeries.
Yeah.
And they're designed as features. Helen's idea is orchid lights.
Yeah.
Looks nice, which is a very nice idea, but I don't think you're going to get much of an orchid pot on 3 inches.
No.
This one's a bit more substantial. You know, again, this is just a feature. It's not for anything.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a bit of art.
And what's that going to be in there? Just a plant room?
That's the plant room. That's going to be part of the plant room. So the electrical supply will be down there, and our water services and things like that will all run out.
I guess
from
it
there.
needs to have something, you know, nice niche, but it needs a bit of artwork or
yeah, because if you're at the far end and you look down, this is going to be quite a feature.
Yeah.
Obviously, the whole point was that area there was going to be nice and featurey, but with that lift now overpowering the whole area, it's not a good look.
And that's another surgery.
That's another surgery in there. This will be the decontamination room, where all their utensils and stuff will get cleaned, and the dental tools will get cleaned.
Well, it's coming along, Mo.
Yeah, well, we've obviously had a lot of delays.
I've got to say, the site is very clean, very tidy.
Well, the lads tidy up. Actually, we've got a good team on board.
Yeah.
And they keep it clean. Everything has its place.
Exactly. And it's just nice to see all the CDM documents up there properly, clearly stated.
Well, with it being a commercial site as well, we're likely to be checked, and we do get checked. We've had
100%.
I think I did get a slap on the wrist for running out of paper towels last week, but they were here the next day.
But this is the benchmark. This is what it was supposed to look like. You know, we just went to see one of our sites in Crabtree, and I've just showed everyone what things aren't supposed to look like. It's just unbelievable. But guess what? They've got a 7-day notice to turn it around. So it's all clean and tidy. And let's see.
Onward and upward. Obviously, there's always going to be, there's going to be rubbish created when you do a construction site. Especially, we're quite lucky. Yeah. We started with a bare shell, so we had no strip out works to do. Yeah. So we didn't really create any rubbish. The only rubbish that we create, or the mess that we create, is while we're working.
And the trouble is, some subcontractors are so focused about doing the work, they forget about tidying up.
Yeah, because the way they see it is they're being paid to do the work.
Exactly.
And not being paid to clean. Yeah. But the flip side of that is, if you have a messy site, it takes you so much longer to do stuff because you're walking over stuff or walking around stuff or tripping over stuff, which is just a health hazard. So keep it clean, keep it tidy.
Keep it clean.
I've got my rubbish area. The lads know that when they finish at the end of the afternoon or whatever, the rubbish goes in there. Once a week I get a clear out, all my rubbish goes.
Exactly.
So there's not
excuses,
there's not mounds around the site.
Yeah.
It's one area, that's where the rubbish is. Everybody knows that's where it goes. Yeah. That's where it goes.
Exactly. And here, logistics is a nightmare. So round there, on a normal site, there's no excuses.
There shouldn't be. No. There shouldn't be. But, not that I'm making excuses for contractors. They just need to get their asses in gear.
But ultimately, it's our responsibility. We're the main contractor. Yeah. So the buck stops with...
It's your name above the door.
With us. So
it's your name above the door, so we just need to make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. A bit more management over the top of them to keep them all prim and proper.
I agree.
So how are you guys?
Yes, good, thank you.
Good. Yeah. How was your birthday, Jemima?
Yeah, it was really good. I stayed in a hotel up here, Chelsea Harbour. Went for a nice dinner in Gauchos and then came back and spent some time with the family.
Yeah, that's nice.
And what did you buy? Did you buy anything or something?
Not really.
You got new trainers?
Oh yeah, my boyfriend bought me some Burberry trainers, which are really nice.
Izzy, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm Nick's niece, so Jemima's cousin.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm here now.
What's your role here? What are you gonna do?
So I will, and I have been calling out to architects and trying to see if we can collaborate possibly, and see if we can get some jobs to work alongside with them to grow both our businesses.
So how been the first days and second days?
First day it went quite well actually. I have had a little bit of interest to see. I think we're going to bring them in a couple of weeks' time to meet with Nick.
Oh, that's good.
To discuss and see our work. And so it went well actually. I didn't have any rude people really, so that was good. That's good news. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to today. I feel a bit more confident today now I've already done a day.
Yeah, it's all practice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah. How do you feel? Is it going to be okay for you?
Yeah, definitely. I enjoyed it Monday. I really enjoyed it for my first day as well. So I like the feel of the office and everyone's really nice.
Jemima, you did as well, yeah? Before her. Yeah. So how was it?
I struggled a bit with it because I'm not very good with talking to people on the phone. But
it's not easy, is it?
No, but I am going to try again.
You've done one Monday, so on Monday afternoon we started to do them together, didn't we? And we were going through loads, we were going really quickly.
Yeah, probably going to do a couple this afternoon together.
Yes, it's a customer-based, right? Customer service-based.
Yes.
Well, Zoltan, sorry it's taken so long to come down here today because I have been absolutely flat out upstairs with Zach on valuations and interviews with potential new project managers for new. We've just had one and her name is Olga. She's from the Ukraine. And on first impressions when she walked in, she's tiny, blonde hair, tiny little thing. We thought, wow, how can this young girl be a project manager? As soon as she walked in the office and sat down with me and Zach, her knowledge was second to none, unbelievable. Her energy, sky high. Her charisma, on it. Her entrepreneurial drive, fantastic. So she is a quantity surveyor by trade. She's been with her last company for 6 years, and this company, very similar to New, their projects range from 500k up to 2 million. And their pipeline, I've checked their website, is amazing. And they don't do any branding, any marketing, and it's all word of mouth. And they win their projects by doing a fantastic job and getting recommendations. So this girl has played a massive part of making the project stack up. So she's very commercially minded and she looks at the subcontractors, getting the materials for the right money, going out to tender. My God, she's on point. So I said to Zach, we need her on board. She's a great asset for New if we can land her for some time. I think we want her for this the new Holland Park project. So if we can secure the Holland Park project next week, we are definitely going to offer her a job to join Team New. So that is something to watch out for. Olga joining Team New. What else is happening? So I saw you interviewed or you had a little chat with Izzy this morning. So Izzy's doing very well upstairs. She's hammering the phones with Jemima, and it's giving Jemima a little bit more confidence having someone sitting next to her, because obviously Jemima's only 18. She's a little bit nervous on the phones, but having Izzy sitting next to her, that's bringing out her personality, and it's a good vibe upstairs actually. So we've got Claudia on the desk, we've got Izzy, and we've got Jemima, and we've got Freddie in interior. So it's an all-girls power team at the moment. And Izzy did have some luck on her first day. I think she hit a couple of architects who are quite keen, and they are already booked in to come and see us and to view a few projects, I think at the end of November. So it works, isn't it? Dialing, making the effort to call people up to say, hi, this is New Projects. If you have any tenders you want pricing, give us a call. We're doing for free. So if any of you guys out there are architects and you're looking for a trusted delivery partner, give us a call. We can take care of all the QSing. So if you need something priced up for free, Zach's a QS. We're more than happy to give you some free love and to price your jobs up for you. So you know where we are. You got our number, 020 7731 6841. So yeah, any architects out there watching this, give us a call. So what else has been going on? Literally just working out tenders and working out valuations. So let's have a catch up tomorrow. It is Thursday. Yeah, it is Thursday. Thursday tomorrow, Zoltan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday tomorrow. So the week is flying by.
Quick.
Very quick. Very, very quick. So anyway, have a great afternoon and I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Let's go.
So it is 11 a.m. and we are just heading to, where we go? Wimbledon. I'm getting old. Jesus Christ. My memory is so bad. It really is.
So you can do like Sudoku or something.
Oh, it's weird.
I always do Sudoku or those logic mind exercising, games.
And I was having a meeting yesterday and walked into the office and I couldn't remember. I couldn't get Ant's name out. And Freddie had to go.
She right on her head.
I go, Ant, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure when I'm getting older, so I'm 51 years old now, by the time I'm 61, I'm sure I'm going to be fucking riddled with Parkinson's or something.
Yeah.
My mum is 87 and I've just found out at the weekend that she's got Alzheimer's or something.
Yeah, Alzheimer's disease.
It's not too bad, but she's very forgetful and but listen, she's 86
Hopefully
years old. So if I could guarantee I would live to 86 years old, you would take it, wouldn't you? So you got a good 30 years, almost your life again, to go for it. So anyway, less of that. So we're on the way to our project in Wimbledon, and hopefully this site is going to be a lot cleaner than the one we saw on Tuesday at Crabtree. So this one is the property where we're building the extension, and I'm told now the extension is up to the first leaf. The steels are going in today, and then we just need it watertight as soon as possible. We need the roof on, we need the Velux windows in, and we need bifolding doors delivered in. Hopefully we're going to get access today because I don't have the keys. We went up there the other day and the boys weren't on site, so we couldn't get in. So hopefully they're there today. And just a little catch up on what went on yesterday afternoon. So we were just about to lock up. It must have been 6:15 and a phone call came in. Jemima picked up the phone and it was a guy who wanted to speak to me about some projects. I spoke to him and he said, "Hi Nick, we've been following each other on Instagram for a while and I'm a fan of New and I've been watching your new YouTube channel." And I said, "Well, you must be the only one. Thank you for your support." And basically he is a retired banker and he is purchasing 2 houses in Clapham next door to each other, which they've got 2 planning applications approved. One to demo and build 2 new build houses at 2,750 each, or demo and build 6 flats. So this morning he sent them over to me. Zach will be pricing them up with all he wants at the moment is a budget number. Does it stack up? Is it worth purchasing this property? Does it stack up with the numbers? And also he's got 2 properties in Tooting, which need kitchen extensions, loft conversions, mansards, full refurbs. So 5:45 last night, we were on the way out the door and we got a guy phoned up who's a fan of New, and he's got 4 projects. You don't know what's coming in.
Yeah.
You don't know what's coming in. The phone could be really quiet, which it has been for the last sort of month. It's been really quiet. And I think it's been quiet because now lockdown's completely eased and everyone can go abroad and travel. I think, especially in London, they've taken the kids, they're going away. And also it's half term at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. So it's weird. You know, we've got, what have we got? We've got about 30 tenders out. So we got 30 potential new jobs for 2022.
That's very good.
It's amazing, isn't it? So let's just see what the boys are like at Alfrington. Well, I'm pleased at last we actually can see some difference. The structure's going up, we've got insulation going in the walls. I think this afternoon, about 3 o'clock, we've got the steel being delivered. Concrete and a hardboard, so it's going to be very difficult to get the first fix electrical cables through, and that's something which is going to have to be discussed with the team. Yeah, so not much is happening in here at the moment, which is a little bit disappointing. We need more bodies on this site, and I don't see why we can't carry on with first fix upstairs while this extension is being built. So a little bit peed off.
Let's go.
So it's Friday afternoon, and where has this week gone? Do you know what? It's been so busy and productive. These days are just flying by. And this week, what I've been doing as well, I've cut out my sugar. So I usually have about 3 or 4, maybe 5 cups of tea a day, and each cup of tea I have 1 sugar. Now I've cut that out completely. And it's sort of, do you know what I mean, Zoltan? It just zaps your energy. It's weird. And I've been having a head, like, sort of, maybe it's like dehydration, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's definitely something to do with the sugar.
You have to get used to what you're doing right now, and then it's going to be fine.
Yeah. So I had a meeting this morning with a potential new development director who's going to be joining New fairly soon. And I won't mention any names yet, but he will be steering New into doing our own projects, i.e. JVs and purchasing single units and multi-unit projects for our own use. So he is currently working for a fund who raises money with high net worth. So what we're going to try and do, we mentioned one in Ellaby Street a couple of weeks ago. Now this one is from that guy. Now this project may end up coming to New, but on a joint venture. That means we've given him the potential build costs. He will then get a high net worth on board to put in the seed money. We would do the build at kind of cost plus maybe a little bit of margin, and we'd do a project share, a profit share on it. But there's also the one in Wandsworth Bridge Road, which we viewed with Anthony a couple of weeks ago. I think that was on episode 1 or 2. That one is also of interest to this development director. He's already got someone interested in funding it, and all we got to do is make sure the numbers work and the purchase price is on point. I think currently there's about a 22% return on the deal. So fingers crossed, this could be another string to New's bow, and we're looking forward to this collaboration. I've also been on the phone to the owner of the large country house in Henley. If you remember, there is a cottage on the site, and we priced the cottage up just for a little refurb, but unfortunately, it doesn't really stack up to the owner because she was only going to rent it out for a short period of time, maybe 2 years. And in that 2 years, she'd never get her money back for the amount she's going to invest into the development. So what she's going to do, she's going to keep it empty. But when we're doing the development and the fit out on the main 6,500 square foot house, which is going to have a double extension, the boys can use the cottage as their welfare facilities. So it's going to be very handy. It's literally 100 yards away from the main house. So that is our Henley project. It's going in for planning next week, and there's going to be 8 weeks to get approvals. And then hopefully January, February, we can get on site, set the site up and start the strip out. Zach is upstairs working on our Holland Park project. By 5 o'clock this afternoon, we'll be sending over the revised estimate with a programme of works. So we are going in to win this job. This is this magnificent 6,500 square foot house, basement in the back garden. It's going to have a basement in the rear garden, and I mean front garden, and we want to win this job. And then again today, we need to revise Markham Street in Chelsea with Zach, and Freddie is going to be sitting with Zach, going through the scope of works, making sure the numbers are correct, and that can go over to the client as well. We need to get Markham Street and Holland Park over today. Also today, we need budget bill costs sent over to the client in Clapham, who has got a property. Currently, it's 2 properties which are unmodernised. It looks like they've had a sort of basement start, and I don't think the basement's gone to plan, and the buildings are structurally unsafe. So there looks like it's all been hoarded up, and there's some temporary works holding the properties up. Now the client's got planning to either demolish these 2 houses and build 2 2,150 square foot houses, or he's also got planning to demolish and build 5 flats with a gross square footage of 4,250. So today we've got a lot on. So it's been a busy week, very productive. I feel shattered. Zoltan feels good because he's on his health. He's been going for his run. He's been losing weight. He's been going, and Zach, we need to get Zach on camera because he's got a journey to tell, because he needs to get on his little fitness program. He's been cutting out all of his unhealthy food, and he's started to get maybe doing a bit of exercise, but we're getting down here soon. But listen, don't forget to like, subscribe and share our YouTube channel. We do, I think we're picking up, how many picked up in a month? 15, 16 subscribers, so it's building up.
Very nice, yeah.
And Zoltan is currently editing this week's. So we'll catch you all next week. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you all soon. See ya.
Let's go.